Good morning, my name is Valerie Lastra. This is my lab 2. I'm going to be sharing my step-by-step process and my thought process going into this lab. Okay, so first I read the introduction, everything I needed to read, including the objectives, so I can have goals in mind and what to do. So first I downloaded the simulator from ISE, and so I downloaded this, right? It goes into another link that opens to this. You click download the latest versions. That's the one I did, including that it all depends on what type of computer you have. After that, while it was downloading, because it takes its sweet old time, I already downloaded the files that he has here as well. The professor, they shared with us some files, test 2, test 1 in the lab, right? Part of the links. After I downloaded it, I saved it to a file that I knew that was going to be easy to track. I saved it to my computer design class. Here's test 1, test 2, test 3. I made sure to check the assembly code to see if it was good, right? You click this, you can access it, and it will open up in Visual Studios or whatever coding platform you have. Then, and also I read the manual, I read the pages that he told me to read, which was the table the 115 and the rest of them. And then once I did that, I also decided to read chapter 8 because it talks more about y'all, which is something I didn't understand at first as much, even though I had already the textbook reference, which tells the function to jump to the main function, because how am I going to answer the questions if you don't know these? Anyways, so moving on. So I tested it, I simulated it. I'm going to show my simulation process really quick because the video can't be too long. So I already did this video once, it didn't work out. So here it is. This is my Qt Sims, right? Go here, Qt Sims. Okay, so I'm going to, this is my console right here. Once you've downloaded it, you should be able to simulate everything. So I'm going to claim my registers first. And once I claim my registers, I'm going to initialize the value here to like, yeah, I'm going to pretty much, it's called reinitialization, load the file. And then you can either do step by step like this. This is your single step, right? You can also you could separate the code by like doing that. It should turn to that color. I don't want that because it stops my code. I just don't like that. So I'm just gonna clean my registers right now. I'm resimulate it just in case so I don't get any glitches. Open. I open my assembly code. Once I did that, I'm gonna click play because I just wanted to say hello world. Though it usually stops by doing the, let me reassemble this. You're gonna see. Let me clean my register. Go back to 1, test, open. You're gonna see when I do step by step, it's gonna stop at JAL. It's gonna jump, you see, or it goes into that one, which is literally an I-type variable, which you'll later learn because it's immediate value because it goes immediately. Into the next text or whatever. So that's something that you'll learn. Well, continuing on, I'll talk more about it. Okay, so test 2, right? I'm gonna test it really quick. I'm gonna click open. I'm gonna make sure my registers are cleared from the previous one. Your registers, you can clear it like here as well. Okay, I'm gonna explain really quick text. So these are your addresses. I didn't explain this. These are your opcodes right here. Right here's your opcodes, right? This is the opcode. And then here is the bare instructions, and this is the pseudo instructions. And then I'm just gonna click play, right? Gives you the data, right? Whatever, there's your results. It works. Move screen so you can see it. There you go. The data here, right? This is your hexadecimal, like the address again, and then this is like the data representation, and then you have the data ASCII right here on this side. It's more on that side right up here. Okay. Next up, we're gonna do the next code. I'm gonna go simulate this again. I'm gonna go for 3, open, let me clear my registers. Once my registers are cleared, I'm gonna go with this. Let me check out my console here so you can see. You can do either step by step or run the code. I like to just run the code. So I'm gonna enter a number, right? I'm gonna enter, let's say 5 because I feel like it, right? And then you can either pick 1 or 2. That's how many plus signs it will do, right? So now I have that. I'm going to reload my code again, right? I'm gonna click play. I'm gonna click rerun here, play, enter your number. You can do that like you see. I'm gonna enter 4 now, right? And then I already did 1, so I'm gonna do next 2 to test it. See, give me that. Okay. Because I put 4, so then she used 3 S's. That's correct. Okay, moving on to the next portion. I'm going to show you the code I wrote. This is the code I wrote. This is program 1, right? This is with the track prompts, right? I struggled a little bit to write this, to be honest, because I'm not that good at this, but there you go. I uploaded, so what I did is I saved this file, right? I click file, I click save as, right? When I was saving it, I picked assembly language source file, and I saved it to the directory that I thought was best for me, which for me is the one with computer design class, right? I click save, right? After that, I had it saved here for a keyspin, right? And I'm going to now reinitialize my variables here, program 1, assembly, right? There you go. I'm going to go to Qt console, right? Play, click play. Enter an integer. Okay, I'm going to choose 5. I'm going to choose 7. I'm going to choose 8. I'm going to choose 4. Anything you want. You see, it gives you an answer there. And it works. So perfectly works. Yay. So now moving on to the next one. This is the one I struggled with the most. The factorial, because I was having issues with the factorial loop. I was getting it to equal 1 immediately. It just exit the code. And I noticed because of the step-by-step process, and also, so thank goodness that we have Qt Sims. I realized its importance, especially doing the factorials one. So then, yeah, same thing. You save the code the same way. Then once you do that, you reinitialize your variables, like reload your variables. Program 2, access that one, open. There you go. Now I'm going to go into my console so you can see it's empty, perfect. Now I'm going to click play, right? And then you can enter whatever you want for factorial. So I'm going to say factorial 5, that works. Okay, I'm going to do it again so you can see. I'm going to clear my registers, play. Now I'm going to do 6, right? You see, there you go. You can do as many as you want, but it works. This is amazing. You see, 24. Now I have like my own calculator. It has a lot of uses. I learned its importance, especially after writing your own code and things like that. And this was like my lab overall. This is like all of the step-by-step process, including like the pictures that I did for that every step-by-step. Also, I included, in case that the link doesn't work when you click the source code, here are these are the questions I answered as well about the I type. The 3 types is like I, R, and J. The J is jump, by the way, which is the one that we did in the first problem, and how it goes from 4 bytes. And then also a little big, most significant, which is the endiness, the memory alignment that causes errors, which is another way that you can find it. This is the source code to click for 6. You can just click here and you access it. You just click open and then you should have it. You should have access. But yeah, please let me know if you run into any issues. I included the table here for factorials, and I also included the conclusion and also what I learned. Thank you for everything. I met the objectives of this course and lab that I had to learn more about the program, the platform with Qt Sims, and then also improve my programming skills and MIPS overall, pretty much like getting familiar with the assembly language and also like learning about the instruction types and everything. Thank you for everything and have a wonderful day.